So we got a strange one today. It's another new release here in 2025, another designer release, but this time you guys don't know the notes. You guys don't know the name, and if you do, it was like well hidden. You would have had to know the name beforehand. But with that said, today I'm going to be doing my first impressions of a brand new release fragrance, and hopefully you guys are excited about it, by Viktor and Rolf. It is Spicebomb Metallic Musk. So that's what we are talking about today. So without further ado, let's get it. What's good, my great smelling dudes? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Randy, aka Fragrance Dude, back at you with another first impression of a surprise release here in 2025. Before we get into that, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Everybody hit that like and comment below and let me know if you're excited for this one. I know a lot of people over the years have been looking for a fresh spice bomb. I know somebody, whenever I teased this, said a really good name for a spice bomb would be an aquatic spice bomb called Depth Charge, which I was like, that's actually probably the best name I've heard. I've said I want a blue one called Sapphire, I want a violet one called Ultraviolet, but calling an aquatic spice bomb Depth Charge, which is an underwater bomb, that would be like next level. I don't know how people in the marketing team don't understand that. That person needs to email Viktor and Rolf. But anyway, I digress. So as far as the Spice Bomb line is concerned, you got the original. Smells very nice. It's what really started the kind of like the peppery spices mixed together with vanilla. Then you go into the Night Vision. I don't remember the order that they came out with, but they had Spice Bomb Eau Fraiche at one point in time, which I have never tried, so I cannot compare to this. If you were looking at a comparison to the Spice Bomb Eau Fraiche, you can't get that here. Then we had Spice Bomb Night Vision EDT, which is nice. It's an average fragrance. I know most people don't like it, but I think it smells okay. Then we had Night Vision EDP, which is almost like a bubblegum fragrance mixed with Wanted by Night. You put them together, it's a super nice night out fragrance. Then you had Spice Bomb Extreme, which was heavy on the vanilla, heavy on the black pepper, and then you mix together some tobacco. It's a very nice fragrance for the winter, at least for most people. I actually don't really like heavy powdery scents. I like the fragrance. I don't love the fragrance. My favorite in the line is Spice Bomb Infrared Eau de Toilette. It's a cinnamon and benzoin balm. And then you go into the Eau de Parfum, which is just kind of like a more masculine version of the original. And then they did Dark Leather last year, which it was okay. It wasn't anything I would recommend going to buy. With that said, today we're doing my first impressions, Spice Bomb Metallic Musk. Here we go. And I can't tell you, it's not released yet, so I cannot tell you where to go get it. I cannot tell you when it's going to be released. So, I mean, asking me is just going to be a moot point, and I know someone's going to ask me anyway, but I don't know the release date. I know it's soon. And so here is the bottle. And so it feels like it's still cold because I just got it in. This is Saturday. I just got it in on Saturday, so it's the same day that you guys will be seeing this video. And it feels still cold. And so I don't know if this is actually metal, but it feels metal. But you definitely get this like nice metallic outside, and then you get the top that is the same as every Spice Bomb, which is just plastic. It's kind of cheap feeling, but really neat. And as far as, it's an Eau de Parfum, and this is the 90 milliliter. So with that said, it's a really cool. It's just really chilly. It's a chilly bottle. But let me get that sprayed on. There we go. Oh, that smells nice. Still smells like a spice bomb. But when I went into this fragrance, the only other people that knew about this was my moderators, and I was telling them, because I already know, based on the name, I already knew the name was Metallic Musk. I was like, this is not going to be an aquatic, most likely. This is not going to be a fruity fragrance. This is not going to be probably like the other ones in the line as far as like the extreme infrared night vision, because they're pretty much spelling out what the fragrance is going to be. I said, I'm just hoping that it's almost like the EDT, but how Armani did Code Colonia or Prada did Prada L'Homme Water Splash, where what they did was take the DNA, they added a few little pieces to it, and then just amped up the freshness like 1 or 2 notches to make it wearable in the spring. That is what this one does. This one smells like if you took the eau de toilette of Spicebomb, the spices, the vanilla, a little bit of the powder, and then you made it a bit metallic, a bit musky, obviously. I mean, the name is there. And you just slightly tuned up the freshness. It's not a fresh fragrance in whatsoever. It's a slightly tuned up freshness from the original eau de toilette, which was already an all-season wearable fragrance. This one just makes it more so. I would say that if you're looking for something, it kind of reminds me of, somebody told me that they have somebody else who has smelled this before. They told me that it smelled like Gaultier, Jean-Paul Gaultier's Gaultier 2. And I don't know what that smells like. So if you guys do, they said that it's, to them, it's like a metallic version, but a slightly fresher version of Gaultier 2. For me, it smells like one of the best spice bombs in the line, to be honest, because for me, I don't like the extreme. The eau de toilette's nice. I just wouldn't go out and buy it. Like, it's not something that I wear all the time. And I like, if I could go back in time, I wouldn't have went and bought a bottle because I hardly ever wear it. And then the other ones, it doesn't smell like at all. But this one's better than those ones I just mentioned. I like the freshness to it. I like the cleanliness to it. I like the throwback. It feels like a 90s version, like a 90s vanillic, spicy fragrance. Just because of that added metallic tone. And if you don't like metallics, which metallics, I don't have anything against them. I'm not like, I don't hate them or anything like that. I just never been somebody like, oh, I'm going to go out and buy a metallic fragrance. I'm not. And so while the metallics showed their face here, the way that the blend is here with the Spicebomb Eau de Toilette DNA, it's clean, fresh. It has this soapy laundry feeling to it. Yeah, I like that. So if you want a little bit of that kind of like fougere soapiness to the fragrance, and you just add that on top of what the original Spicebomb Eau de Toilette, that's what you get with this fragrance, with a little bit of metallics and some musk in the background to just add a little bit of depth to the fragrance. As we're sitting here and pulling in, there's a little bit more vanilla and a little bit more vanilla pulling in, but it's not a heavy vanilla scent. You can tell there's vanilla in the background. You can tell it's a bit powdery, but it's not like rearing its head to the point where it's the main part of the fragrance. I could see that further in the dry down. But there's a little bit of vanilla in the background. There's a little bit of spices in the background. It literally feels like if you just took Spicebomb Eau de Toilette, put it down into like the background, add a little bit of this metallic tone on top, a little bit of soapiness on top, and just tuned up the freshness to it. I like that. I like it a lot. I think I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10. I don't think it's anything that's like making me go, wow. But I feel like for some people this will. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys about 30 minutes to an hour. I'm going to let this dry down, see what I get, then I'll be right back. So we are here in the dry down of Spicebomb Metallic Musk. Again, it's an eau de parfum. And what do I think about it? Again, this is an hour. And I think that a lot of people are going to like this. I think that it's not going to sell, and I think it's going to be discontinued after a year. And it's not because of the smell. It is because of the fact that they called it Metallic Musk. And I think that the sticker doesn't stick very well to the metal bottle because it does have like these ridges, but it's also been cold outside. But anyway, with that said, Metallic Musk, how does it smell? When it started to dry down after an hour, it didn't really change too drastically. Really, if I wanted to sum up this review in one sentence, it is a slightly fresher Spicebomb Eau de Toilette with a cleaner feeling to it. That is has a little bit of metallics. That's what the fragrance is in a nutshell. Just a slightly fresher spice bomb for the spring. This is going to bring back that kind of like 90s vibe, vanilla scents that have a little spice, but then modernized it. Pretty much what Spice Bomb did with their original. But this is definitely going to be for the older gentleman. I would say the starting age for this fragrance would be 25, working its way up to 60, 65. Because of those soapy metallic nuances that are in the fragrance, it is getting a little bit more metallic. The vanilla is definitely pulling in, but it never becomes like a full metallic bomb or a full powdery bomb or a full vanilla bomb. It is a very nicely blended fragrance. And I can tell you, it's like that soapy nuance for the first like 15 to 20 minutes is still laying in there, and that is what's providing that cleanliness, that fougere-ish quality to the fragrance. And I really enjoy it. But the way that I can really explain this fragrance again is just a clean, slightly fresher, because the best word for this is a clean spice bomb. If you want a clean spice bomb that feels like you're just out of the shower, and then you mix it together with spice bomb, like you mixed together a bar of soap with like a slightly metallic spice bomb, that is what this fragrance smells like. And I could end the review right there. As far as seasonal, I would say you could wear this in any season because it's clean and it has that freshness to it. I would stay away from the really high heat, but it would work in the cool weather because of the vanilla. I think that it's a very, very... it's a signature scent for sure. And I think that this is going to get some hate. This is going to get some love. It all depends on what side of the fence you fall on. If you're somebody that doesn't like metallic fragrances or musky fragrances, I wouldn't really stay away from this. If you're somebody who doesn't like Spice Bomb line or the original Spice Bomb, I still would try this out because, again, the original Spice Bomb I like. I think it's nice, but I don't wear it all the time because I like the other ones better. But this one really does fall in line with that one in the extreme, kind of like that vanilla spices. It smells like that, just if you amped up the metallics and a little bit of this musky, soapy nuance throughout the fragrance to provide that cleanliness. I can't give you the performance. I can say it's pushing out above average. I would say this is about 3 to 4 feet right now. We're at an hour. So it's definitely a good performer. I would just say that in the Spice Bomb line, because all of the Spice Bombs, there's not really any that are like crazy performers. They all sit around like 5 to 8 hours. It all depends on which one you're looking at. But yeah, I think this was a very good release and a terrible name. So I'm going to give that a total of an 8 to like an 8.2. I'm going to have to wait and see how the dry down performs. I'm going to have to wait and see if more powder comes in, because you guys don't know I don't like powder. But at this point in time, from the 0 minute mark to an hour, I think the fragrance smells nice. Again, a cleaner metallic spice bomb. It smells really nice. It's going to be something you can wear to work. It's something that if you want to smell fresh out of the shower, it's just really nice. But again, that is my first impressions of a brand new release. That is Spice Bomb Metallic Musk Eau de Parfum. Very, very nice. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. I will be doing, since this is such a new release, I will be doing daily updates on my shorts tab. So just make sure that you keep an eye on there. So with that said, I appreciate all you guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back with another one. Peace out.